Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it again with another Whimpering Wastes reset, and this is going to be a very, very, very important Whimpering Wastes reset for one specific reason. This reset is going to bleed into the 3.3 anniversary. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's beginning in version 3.2, but it's going to be active for a good amount of time, about 10 days into the second anniversary for this game. So we're likely going to get some clues, some hints, some teasers for what we're going to be seeing during the anniversary as a whole, and we're here to cover all of it today. So first and foremost, we got to take a look at the new tokens that have arrived, or really, the one new token that has arrived, because the rest are just reruns. The first one is the torch that ignites the last ignite, and as we're all aware, this is meant to buff Sigrika. Yep, it makes enemies take a shit ton more echo skill damage, and you also increase your total arrow damage by a bunch. A bunch of arrow teams can use this as well as echo skill damage teams like Phrolova, so it is sort of a general use case token. At least it's not like, you know, super giga specific. People can use at least, like, you know, different parts of it. So that one's going to be a rerun from the last reset. And then we're going to be seeing this token for like the 17th time. Bro, I hate this token. Bro, I feel like it got introduced in version 3.1's first half, and it's just been here for like 4 WhiWa resets in a goddamn row. It should be taken out, and it should be replaced with a general token at this point. How are we still shilling Aemeath? Bro, Aemeath came out in 3.1's first half, and we still have the goddamn Toon Rupture token, bro. It's like, I suppose it's fine because she's probably one of the most highly owned units in the game, and like this guarantees she can clear, so it's actually good for casual players. But like, good golly gee, I kind of want to have a more general use case one at some point. But it seems like we're not getting it, because what this one does over here is that it makes enemies that have any Toon effect on them, right? They take 30% more damage, which is like a lot, right? And then also off-tune build-up rate, so you can apply more Toon damage, is increased by 100%. Toon Break boost by another 50, and then dealing Toon Break damage grants 30% all attribute damage bonus to the entire team. Then you have a 40% Spectro damage on top of it, and then 40% fusion. It is a wholly ridiculous, like, overcooked token that gives so many buffs, it makes like other tokens look like they don't exist with how many fucking buffs this thing gives. And now lastly, we've got the Cradle that holds the void, the one new token that's appearing in this reset. And what this one does over here is it buffs negative statuses by having you regenerate additional embers so you can get into burning waves faster, triggered up to once a second every time you inflict a negative status. And then Resonators in the team gain 50% glacial damage bonus and 50% Spectro. So clearly this is geared towards, right, Spectro Frazzle teams as well as Glacio Chafe teams, because enemies take 200% more total Glacio Chafe damage. If you haven't gotten all of the clues yet, this is basically just confirming that Hiyuki, the first anniversary character, the first banner of version 3.3, which this reset will be live for, Hiyuki is a Glacio Chafe character. We've already got a video about like all the speculation and about all of like the updated pull value as a result of that on the channel, so make sure you give that one a look if you want to discuss this one more. But basically, this is fucking useless. Yeah, it's like this token basically like doesn't exist because I think Zani teams can't even trigger this because helical embers don't count as negative statuses. So I think it's literally like just the Phoebe teams that are able to do this when you're like inflicting Spectro Frazzle, but that would like require you to have like Chakona. So yeah, I think this doesn't even work with Zani teams, but I guess this works with like the Phoebe main DPS teams, but Phoebe is a really bad Whimpering Wastes character anyways, unless you have Chakota, but maybe we'll try that one out. Yeah, maybe it'll be decent. The tokens don't look very good at all, at least from like a new gameplay sort of perspective, but we'll just have to see how the overall reset feels. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the stage effects and see if there's anything wild going on. Enemies take 30% more total damage. Dealing damage or defeating enemies restores Ember, and then Burning Wave starts when Ember is full. Okay, so it looks like there's no need for, like, crit fishing for any of these buffs. And I know there's been a couple of resets where it felt like you had to crit fish to gain some of the buffs. So it is what it is. It looks all right. Looks like it's actually the same as some of the resets before. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some of the enemies. So we got mining drones, which shouldn't be a big deal, which are Havoc. Mining reindeers, which are Electro. Fey Ignis, which is Havoc, and then Chasm Guardians, which are Havoc. Boy, oh boy, looks like this is the anti-Phrolova, anti-Camellia reset, ladies and gentlemen, because the first half is not looking very gravy. Yeah, no, it's not looking very good for her. Maybe she'll still clear, maybe she won't be able to. We'll just have to see, because of course, Phrolova is one of those units that feels like she defies the odds every single reset, and still manages to clear, even into resets that are clearly designed against her, like this one, because it's full resistance, ladies and gentlemen, except for the reindeer wave. Now we got the second half. Oh god, yeah, it's basically just the same thing on the second half, with the same amount of Havoc-resistant enemies. They just replaced the drones with the Hocus Pocus, and the mining reindeer with Violet Feathered Heron. So, yeah, Phrolova looks like she's getting bodied this reset. I think the best way for us to test it out, right, is to just see how she does. And, I think the best way for us to take a look at that, right, is to not actually use her best in slot team. And by not actually use her best in slot team, yes, that means we're going to be running the triple Havoc team. Because, well, on the other side over here, I want to try out the other Echo Skill team. And guess what? Sigrika needs Chuyan way more than Phrolova does. And if you were to put Phrolova in, or Chuyan into the Phrolova team, well, guess what Sigrika doesn't have? The ability to actually play the game mode. So, yeah, that's going to be the situation over here, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to try this out just by using the baseline Echo Skill tokens. And, well, we'll just see how it goes. Will Phrolova still be able to do it? Maybe. Maybe not. But that's going to be the investment level across all these characters. We're seeing some pretty high levels overall, but this Rosia is looking rather homeless. So maybe it'll be a bit of a rough run. We'll see. Homeless Rosia in the Phrolova team. Let's just see how the cookie crumbles, ladies and gentlemen. I'm kind of scared. I'm going to be honest. I'm a little bit scared. Hey, we still got the first wave, though. Hey, that ER is helping, though. Alright, I might need to, like, extend this rotation out a little bit to be able to get my, my perception rate over here. Alright, there we go. And now everything after this should be looking pretty good. All right.
Take a breath. Sink into the endless deep.
Okay, not looking too great, but this is a Phrolova team. So, not too great for a Phrolova team. It's, like, amazing for other ones. Right? We all know that's the case. Okay, Hikari's kind of popping off over here. She's kind of popping off.
Engulfed by sea's venom. Riptides claim you.
Get Rosia out of here, Ung. What do you want me to do? She kind of getting it done, sort of. Are we going to be able to get a 2.25 here? I think so. Oh, no! She got interrupted.
Take a breath and then
I think if that Rosia is better built, it clears. Yeah, I think if that Rosia is better built, it clears because she's on like a Stonard with like 180% ER. She's literally homeless and like kind of not doing anything in the team. So, yeah, I would say that last wave probably clears. Yeah, that last wave probably clears, and we maybe could have extended Phrolova's rotation a little bit. And remember, this is a triple Havoc team, and if you sub in Chu Yan instead of Rosia there, you're definitely clearing. Think about it this way. You sub in Chu Yan instead of Rosia there, you're definitely clearing, so I think she still has it. Remember, that's with the homeless Rosia. You could probably put in a Shorekeeper 2 and it would do better, or a Verita. I'm not even joking.
Let the show begin!
Mandate calls.
Like, these guys need, like, more weight so they stop, like, bouncing around. Like some of them are just, like, ending up in, like, a different time zone.
Straight to the start! You're gonna remember this! Thanks for watching! A grand overture! A perfect now presenting a poem of finale!
Wait, did we actually not get... How do we not have full concerto after doing that?
Nothing would work here.
Did this guy actually get interrupted? There's no way, right?
Let me! Use my strength!
This is actually feeling so cooked for some reason.
Thanks for watching! A grand overture! A perfect listen! The trio of
This is feeling so
destiny.
cooked for some reason. Maybe it's doing a lot better than I thought.
Judgment falls.
Let me! Grease my strength! Straight to the start! This is it! Pull your head!
Okay, that was fucking delicious right there.
Let the show begin!
What sleeps within them? Your life is mine.
Do they have more HP? Is that like why some of the stuff feels like it's like not hitting?
Let me!
My move is the
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I really expected this one to be. Yeah, it's just some of the enemies feel like they're a lot tankier than they used to be. I don't know. Maybe it's like a ping thing. Yeah, maybe it's like a ping thing because I'm like disappearing off like the side of the screen. I'll probably just have to retry that on my account at some point because I do think like the ping and like the delayed spawn on the enemies is a little bit fucking diseased. Delayed spawn on the enemies is definitely like the worst part about WhiWa and playing it on a high ping. Doesn't really affect the TOA that much, but definitely does in here. So obviously, that's me not getting even close to the results that I actually wanted to with either of these teams, but it does feel like a good part of it is just the ping issue. And I've been saying that these are kind of like the most consistent WhiWa clearers that you'll have on the roster, simply due to the fact that, hey, you pull these two teams and you're never really going to struggle because both of them can probably do very, very well into resistance. Now, though, this is more of like a test and more like a testament of, well, what if you're not using the strongest fucking units ever? What if you're maybe playing a little bit more on like the budget side? Or what if you're kind of just, I don't know, trying to use like some of your older units, or maybe you just don't have those guys? This is the time for us to maybe start taking a look at some older characters. One team in particular that I feel like is going to struggle a lot once the shilling gets removed is the Aemeath team. And I think a lot of people can get where I'm coming from over here. I'm talking about the Toon Rupture team that Aemeath has. That one is a little bit rough. So how about for side one, we do a little bit Galbrena lineup. Yeah, doing something like a little bit of like a Shorekeeper, a Chuyan, and a Galbrena up here on this team on the red token. Maybe we do the Echo Skill one. Yeah, maybe we do the Echo Skill one over here. And then at the bottom, let's do a Toon Rupture team featuring Mornier, Lene, and Aemeath. And let's just make sure everybody's on the right mode. Okay, Toon Rupture. Okay, Toon Rupture over here. And we all got good builds on everybody. That's the lineup that we're going to try just on purple tokens. We'll see how bad it's looking.
You can't escape me. Leave it to me. Stay calm.
Like, do we just want to like try to get ER on Shorekeeper, or like, bro, this is not looking great. Yeah, maybe Chuyan is the guy.
Behave now. I send you to your grave. I'll hate it, hellfire. Devour them all. Slow. To hell with you. Leave it to me. Well enough. War with time. Loading.
What sleeps within that? One strike.
Okay, all right.
Settle it all.
You can't escape me. I'll show you.
On side one, this isn't that bad, I feel.
Painted hellfire.
Okay, why did she just do that? That actually looked pretty good. Wait, did that just basically like delete a whole wave by itself? Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of just embarrassing here.
Mandate calls. Judgment falls.
Speak of the devil. By my trigger. Enter Hell's Gate.
Scorched to
Slow. Fight fire with fire. Ordained.
How is there always one guy left over like this? Where's this Chuyan's ER at, bro?
It's mine to take.
Gotcha. Behave now. Rise from the high.
Oh, here we go.
Here.
What was that run looking like? With a griefed first rotation, that's pretty good. Yeah, I would say with like a griefed first rotation where I had like that one guy left over, yeah, 2.8k under those circumstances feels pretty good. Yeah, I could probably easily get over 3k with like more grinding on it. Yeah, no, that looks good. But now let's take a look at what Aemeath does.
Command mode engaged.
And remember, this is like the best possible side for her. Okay, how did we... Bro, how is she not full yet?
Tie a bow and call that my signature. Early on. Come on, little one. Blade cleaves the night. Peril burst in light. Heroes on. Lights up. Liners check. Sparks. Ignite the world. Starfall. Light wings activated. Stars.
That was actually good.
Assuming master control.
But as you can see, bro, the score is so bad.
Stars, hear my query. Structural
Ah, shit, whoopsies. Actually, that might have been better, actually. Yeah, no, that was actually better. Yeah, you probably haven't seen the regular Aemeath charge attack before, have you?
Assuming master control.
Hey, you overkill anyway, so yeah, I guess it functionally doesn't really fucking matter.
Authorizing maximum output. Structural overriding. Go over here. Don't blink. You'll miss the best. Come on, little one. Soul singing harmony.
It looks decent. What's the score looking like here? Oh, no! Okay, no, it looks like that still hits some of them. Wait, where's my fucking what? What the hell happened? What the fuck was that? Did Lene not have her outro? Was that ping? Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? It's still actually got a passable score. Hey, yo, maybe that's actually an optimization. Yeah, maybe that's actually a slight optimization. I didn't even realize I didn't have her outro. Honestly? Yeah, I guess you just gotta do a lot of quick swapping and stuff to get onto, like, Aemeath and, like, just know how to use your Lene a little bit more flexibly. You could see I was doing a lot of swapping over there, and I missed her outro at the end. I don't think it impacted that much. I don't think we're clearing a whole nother wave because of that. So, yeah, I mean, Aemeath is still definitely getting her clears over here, but I don't really think at, like, the same level of, like, comfort that you would expect from a team like this. It was on the purple token 1,000,000%. That is essentially Aemeath's rotation when you're doing a lot more quick swaps. If you do like a simple 1, 2, 3, your score is really bad on her. Yeah, I can show you another updated Aemeath one only doing 1, 2, 3s. It's really not good. So, yeah, that's something that we'll show. Now, though, people might be wondering, even though there's electro resistance, can your Augusta still get it done? And that's what we'll see. Can Augusta still get it done into resistance? Who knows? And the unfortunate thing over here is that, like, I might actually not want the Reveler's Captain Seal. She might actually just want this blue one. Because she already gets so much amp in the team, it's kind of unnecessary to get, like, this 25% bullshit. Yeah, I feel like the 40% additional crit damage is a little bit better. So, yeah, I think we'll run this. Let's do that. And then we'll see what Aemeath looks like with a way easier rotation.
Leave it to me. Loading. Indulge you. On you go. Fate. The conquest begins now. Oh, Lord! Receptivon! Yeah, it ends now. Pathetic struggle. Control. Leave it to me. Astral modulation.
Okay.
Loading. Now watch closely. On you go. Taste my resolve.
Oh, shit. Whoopsies.
Well, at my strength. Causality overheard.
I am really surprised at how that Yuno was not able to do more damage, bro.
Winners win! My valor never fails! Unmatched! Think of my triumph! Control. Ordained.
So yeah, Augusta basically has the privilege of being a very good side 1 character. For one simple reason.
Answer my call. Praise me. Future. Reshape.
She can just go in and then use her liberation, basically. And I know I don't have a lot of amp for it. It is what it is, right?
Oath from the heart. Flowed in war with time.
It is what it is.
I'll indulge you. On you go.
And I'm just going to play like a pro over here. Make sure I don't waste my liberation. Make sure that we're also casting this stuff on good waves as well.
Ordained.
Hey, that was kind of cinematic. So what did that score get? 2.8k into resistance is still pretty good. Now let's go ahead and look at what a non-sweaty 1, 2, 3 rotation looks like. Also on blue token. True.
Cover modules ready. Order execute. Stars, hear my queries. Structural override. Don't blink. You'll miss the best. Shake it up. That's all you got. You right, sweetheart? Early on. Come on, little one. Soul sing in harmony. Savior's victory. Heroes on. Lights up. Lions, check. Smile. Sparks. Night for
All right. A little bit better here. Boom. Should be hitting 3 of them like that. All right.
Assuming master control. Attack can authorizing maximum output.
And remember, this is the rotation without any of the quick swap that we were doing in that first run.
Signature. Come on, little one. East starlight over the seas. Scorch through the void. Fly high. Fruit. Reach the cosmos. Melt down.
All right.
The savior.
We're getting some oddly, like, good lineups on, like, the spawns over here. Yeah, no, it is we're actually working out very well for us when we're using, like, all of those abilities. They're, like, perfectly clearing the waves. Which is, like, you don't really see that very often in this game mode.
Go over here. One more. Where's the fire? Early on.
I like, reposition myself on that one over there.
Blaze leaves the night. Peril. Burst in light. Oh, heroes on. Lights up. Lions. Check. Sparks. Night for
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to go blow up a small wave though. All right, see you later. See you later, midgets.
Assuming master control.
So you're seeing over here, it's like functionally, basically, it's not bad for sure, but like you gotta be like timing your stuff up really well to like the degree that I was, and like I don't even think the score is like that good for like how like well the clear has been like looking. Yeah, so it's like a 2.7, and like this is just or it's a 2.8, right? 2.8 on both sides. But like we played that Aemeath team like close to perfectly. we played this Aemeath team at the bottom over here so much better, right, than this team over here. You were watching all the spawns, all of the ults, all of, like, the spells. They were lining up perfectly. Perfect timing. And, like, it didn't really feel like it was that. Like, if I were to do that same type of gameplay with this team, the score would be better. That's my personal take. And I'm kind of just like, yeah, you really got to, like... It kind of feels like you got to sweat a little bit with this team just to get, like, the scores that other teams usually end up getting. It's all right, right? It's not terrible. It's not also, like, just, like, some WhiWa extraordinaire team that's just gonna fuck everything in the game, though. And, yeah, we even, like, worked through the ping and everything, and the spawns were definitely pretty consistent and pretty solid, even with all those issues. Now, though... Probably has some other questions. Like, do the old characters even have a fucking chance? And I think that this is one of the circumstances where we just gotta say, no, I really think like a Zhang Liao and shit like that, they're just completely fucking screwed. But like, hey, yeah, why don't we just try a homeless team? Yeah, why don't we just take a look at like a straight up like homeless team over here? What if we just take a look at Phoebe Chakota? Surely this team is gonna do something, right? Let's do a fucked up lineup over here. Yeah, let's do a fucked up lineup over here. Wait, I think that this might actually cook. Let's just go with this. And then we'll put in a Lene. And let's just try it out with this token. Yeah, I want to see if, like, this goofy-ass team clears. Wait, there's electro resistance here. Nah, this team is griefing. I want to see how OG Mono Fusion does. See how OG Mono Fusion does over here. That's actually fair. No, that one looks like it could be fun. Yeah, let's try this shit out. Let's see. Is Phoebe finally playable?
Understood. Today will be a
yeah, we got Luminous him. Yeah, it's all ready, boys. It's all ready. Come on, let's do this.
loading. Thanks for watching. A perfect call. Judgment time. Together we stand. Silence. Thanks for watching.
All right, we gotta get that frazzle going, boys.
A grand overture. Listen. The trio
Here we go.
of destiny.
Get ready, hit that QTE. All right.
Sentinel protection. Crystals, give me strength. Together we stand. Purify. Descend. Leave it to me. Upon the sentinel.
This is the worst shit I think I've ever seen. Wait, this might be the worst shit I've ever seen. What the fuck is this? Bro, wait, how did she get sent to Bro, what is going on?
A perfect chord. Let the show begin. Sentinel protection. Together we in the name of him. Vow from the soul. In war with time. Thanks for watching. A grand overture.
Bro, this Chakota is just getting her ass interrupted by everything.
Now presenting a poem of finale. Sentinel protection. Answer me. Over. Be my salvation.
This is so bad.
Purify. Together we stand. Shine. Ordained. Diminish. Iron graft renew.
Oh my lord, yeah, no, there's just what is the spectral side of this token supposed to be for? Is it just cosmetic? Wait, is that shit just cosmetic? What the fuck? Bro, that is the worst team I think I've ever played in the game. How did Lupa not have her full concerto?
With me. Triumph at the spearhead.
Bro, that was unreal. Huh?
The fight is on! Die, evil! Together we howl! With me!
What is happening?
With me! To victory! Glory is with me!
Okay, all right. Yeah, you know what? I don't. What was that?
Together we
Bro, it seems like my concerto generation in this team is like
my blade yearns.
bugged. Bro, is this other guy out there just like is like refusing to join the party? What's happening here?
Divine flame. Take form.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. These guys look like they're spawning so far from each other. This just doesn't look like it's good. Like, he spawns so far away, it's crazy.
In the limelight. Same axis, different goal.
Together we rise.
Oh no, you bastard.
Here's the blade. We reduce to cinders. Take form.
The fight is on! Together we howl!
At the helm. Climax of the show. Same axis, different goal.
No!
Together we rise. Mind's eye. Who's the caged bird now? Take form.
Wait, can we get this here? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Mono Fusion kind of do be feeling like a little bit doo-doo water now. I guess it definitely is a clearable score, but like, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, it don't really feel that good anymore because like you just don't deal enough damage with certain parts of their kit to like one-shot the waves and stuff. And like you're just sitting there juggling them, bro. You're just sitting there juggling them the whole fucking time. Yeah. Well, B rank is definitely from the absolute griefing that we saw with trying to use Phoebe over here. So I guess this is the thing. This token doesn't exist. And Brant is probably actually, that team is probably better on side one. But this token over here does not exist until Hiyuki comes out. That is the most pathetic shit I think I've ever seen. Yeah, I think it's like Zoni bait, but like, it doesn't even like work because negative status, the helical embers aren't even negative statuses. Like, what the fuck even is the point of this shit? That to me is like, they would need like spectro-frazzle damage amplification, right? If you wanted it to be a good Zoni team, you would have 200% more total spectro-frazzle damage too. But it's like not there, so I don't even think they want her to succeed. It says 200% Glacio Chafe. And guess what, guys? Helical Embers that Zani does, they're not even considered negative statuses. So as far as I'm concerned, this is just a 50% spectro damage bonus. How about this? To just prove it and show you guys how shit it is, we're just gonna do this. We'll just play side one. I know you'll be like, oh, well, Zani's Liberation Reliant. Yeah, so is your mother. But so it's like, let's just pretend, right? That like, we'll just add like 500 points to her score. And then go from there, all right? We'll just add 500 points to her score to, like, make up for the fact that she didn't start with her liberation. But, like, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be dog shit. Infliction versus affected by... Hey, who knows, right? Maybe it will be crazy.
Sentinel protection.
No go.
Bro, wait, where's her energy, bro? Bro, she has so little energy here. Holy shit. Yeah, maybe, yeah. Is Zani actually just unplayable on side 1 as, like, out of just, like, the inability to have her fucking liberation? I have never seen it charge up, like, that slow before.
Leave it to me.
All yours.
Like, it feels like Phoebe's actually doing more damage than her.
I engraft you new.
No go. All yours.
All right, let's just see it.
Knock some heads around.
Sentinel protection. Answer me.
Bro, I'm out here, like, we out here quick swapping, bro, to, like, fuck it. Bro, we out here quick swapping just to clear the first wave. Oh my god. Bro, we out here quick swapping to clear the first wave, bro. Holy shit, what is going on?
Oath from the heart. Letting war with time.
Oh my fucking god.
All of you at once. I don't do overtime. All yours.
Sentinel protection. Give me strength. In the name of
No
Imperator. Don't stand in my way.
Bro, holy shit. I'm gonna be real with you. Maybe you can do it on side 2, but side 1 looks diseased.
Feeling of
The damage does seem like it's there at least.
astral modulation.
Yeah, like, the damage does look like it's somewhat there, but, like, good fucking god, bro. Yeah, maybe second half it's doable, but I feel like you still gotta be doing some crazy fucking swaps to get this shit done. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Yeah, I feel like you still gotta be swapping like crazy. Just not really something I feel like is that conducive to WhiWa, especially with how the mobs move around and stuff. So, yeah, I think you can get it done with that token. Just, it's not, that token is not going to do the job for you like it has in other resets. Yeah, that token is just not doing the job for you. I see the vision for it though, but yeah, maybe if you could do like one continuous wild quick swap rotation, but like the scattering of the mobs in that team and Zani's damage being condensed into the Nightfall swings is just, there's a reason, guys, why even the Zani mains don't upload WhiWa runs. Yeah, there's a reason why she's kind of just like TOA and DPM only. There's a reason why the WhiWa runs don't get uploaded. Because using her in that game mode is akin to like being terminally ill. And even the Zani mains themselves will tell you it's diseased. Because she'll like lock onto targets that have like 1 HP and then like miss a Nightfall swing for like 270k onto one target. And it's just like resetting that much off of like 1 or 2 enemies living on like the mini baby waves is like, yeah, guys, don't worry though. They're gonna take like 3 days to come up with the video. Yeah, they're gonna take like 3 days to come up with the video. And it's not even their fault. It's simply the design of quick swapping in WhiWa. Dude, you're gonna want to uninstall the game at some point. It's just not conducive to the playstyle. It really just isn't, because you'll end up just like wasting your heavy hitting attacks on small enemies, and it's just like that can't happen in TOA or DPM. I think they'll be the first ones to tell you, brother. Right, that's why there's no WhiWa clears. That's my personal take right now. This reset is kind of just like, Yeah, I feel like if you've had what worked before, it's good. But this token is so stupid, it's fucking crazy. Because, like, it feels like it doesn't really exist. At least for the Phoebe team that I was looking at. Bro, that shit looked like it didn't even exist. And I feel like with the Zani team, low-key, the other tokens might be better like this one. 50% spectro damage, sure, maybe that's actually better. This is, and I guess the Hiyuki Embers, did they count? It felt like Burning Waves was actually up a decent amount. Maybe, but like the way that Phoebe inflicts negative statuses is way different because all she does is bursts of it. A shit ton of them at once. And this only triggers once per second, so this seems more like a Chakota thing. I'm gonna be honest. So, yeah, I don't really know. I don't like the design of this one very much at all. Maybe it should have given arrow damage too, so like Chakota was like somewhat useful here, with like a Cardathea or something. Maybe you should give Havoc damage too, so that, like, Chisa could get some stuff. I don't know, bro. This just looks like one of the most worstly designed tokens I've ever seen in the game. Enemy lineup is also pretty diseased. The Mining Reindeer is a bastard, and the Chasm Guardian, you've seen it multiple times, can knock you out of rotations while doing no damage. And the Violet Feathered Herons, bro, these things need to spawn closer to each other. They spawn like it's social distancing from COVID, bro. Like, they're so far apart, you, like, just will not hit them with most attacks. I don't know why they spawn so far away from each other. Like, just group them up, bro. I don't like the design of these 3 costs. I said it last reset. I fucking hate the design of these 3 costs, and they just repeated them again. It's kind of just bullshit at this point, and I'm hoping they cycle them out really soon. It's just WhiWa has gotten a lot less fun the second these bitches made their return. And of course, these motherfuckers were introduced, and that has not been addressed. And while we haven't talked about it that much, you can clearly see from the gameplay, these guys are just straight up diseased. Some characters can just ignore the disease. Others, they gotta just power through it. And the ping definitely didn't help. Let me know what you all thought about this clear. Peace out.